Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. We survived Friday the 13th. That's good. Mm-hmm. We made it. I mean, kind of wondered for a while there, but we made it. I actually wasn't too concerned. I posted a little thing on Thursday. Did you see that little picture? I found it. I didn't make it. Somebody else did, but it was Jason from Friday the 13th.
Okay.
Sitting on a sofa, and it said Thursday the 12th on the wall. And he was sitting there, like, looking at his watch, waiting. So I thought that was clever. Nothing for Saturday the 14th, though, or Sunday the 15th. But we've got a lot of stuff going on this weekend, like a guest, Mo-Vazquez from PipSticks. Going to be chatting with Mo to learn a little more about what that is. Also, a couple of quotes. Galileo, and who is this one from? It doesn't say. Does not say who this is from, but it says, I've been absolutely terrified every moment of my life, and I've never let it keep me from doing a single thing I wanted to do. Doesn't say who it's from. So I must have deleted that. Then we got the Sunday quote is, I have never met a man so ignorant that I couldn't learn something from him. Galileo. There you go. I love it. He was in that song, Bohemian Rhapsody. Galileo, Galileo. Okay. I'm pretty sure he did something else, too. Look at stars and such. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is the weekend, so let's do both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, the 14th of July, National Grand Mariner Day, National Tape Measure Day, National Nude Day. You going to celebrate?
No, probably not.
Just check it. National Mac and Cheese Day and Collector Car Appreciation Day. Also, Sunday the 15th, National Give Something Away Day, National I Love Horses Day, National Tapioca Pudding Day, National Pet Fire Safety Day, and National Ice Cream Day. I think I'm going to celebrate that one. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.
John and Heidi.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-818-3967. 800-818-3967. That's 800-818-3967. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
John and Heidi.
Coming up, we've got your brain on drugs, but first, we got a different story. Do you know who this guy is? Have you ever heard of G-Eazy?
No.
Oh, I thought maybe that was like one of your favorite singers or something. G-Eazy was denied entry at the Canadian border, had to cancel a headlining gig because he had recently been arrested for cocaine possession.
That's awesome. Super classy.
In Sweden. So he was arrested for cocaine in Sweden, and they said, yeah, we're not going to let you come into our country. So I guess I kind of understand that. That's why you don't get arrested for doing cocaine in Sweden.
That's why you don't do cocaine.
Or anywhere else. It's a bad idea. We're going to talk about somebody else that was under the influence as we get to our brain on drugs, which is coming up.
John and Heidi.
This time of year, there are many parties, weddings, cookouts, and other events that often include alcohol. If you're drinking, be sure to have a designated driver. If you or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, there is help. The Addiction Hope and Helpline wants to help. If you feel like it's time to finally get the help you need, there's a toll-free number you can call, 1-800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380, 1-800-438-0380.
And this is your brain on drugs. Tennessee authorities have arrested a man for driving under the influence and crashing into the police headquarters. They didn't have to go far to pick this one up. Chattanooga Free Press said, I'm trying to find the guy's name here because it was in a Twitter account. Anyway, this says the police department tweeted a message urging people not to drink and drive, and it noted crashing a vehicle into a police headquarters makes it easy for officers to make the arrest. and I don't have the person's name in the story here. So, but it was a bad idea. You don't want to do that. Steer clear of that. Do not drink and drive. If you're going to drink, get a ride. Somebody will give you a ride. I guarantee you. It's just a terrible idea. It's never, ever, ever a good plan. It's what happens, though, when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, Smash actress Catherine McPhee. Do you know who that is?
I have no idea, and I don't know what Smash is.
So you don't know what that is or who that is?
No.
I believe it's a TV program, and I looked her up because I wasn't sure, and we've seen her before somewhere. I don't know on what, but she's a cutie patootie, and she's hitting back to the Twitter trolls who slammed her for getting engaged to David Foster. He is 34 years older than she is.
Okay.
So
well.
she's like, hey, leave me alone. It's none of your dang business. Why don't you go and register to vote or something? Leave me alone. And for those of you heading to the theater this weekend, if you happen to see Incredibles 2, you might help make history. Incredibles 2 is going to make box office history most likely this weekend for being the first animated movie ever to gross $500 million domestically. That's like just here. Doesn't even count overseas money. $500 million. The Incredibles. So anybody on that crew that owes you, a couple of bucks, you might want to reach out to them. They'll be able to pay back. This has been Big Screen, Little Screen. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now, your scoop of the day, brought to you by 80sinthesand.com. In Washington State, a burglar broke into one of those escape room places.
And couldn't get out?
Couldn't get out. Had to call 911. I think it's pretty good advertising for the escape room place.
That's pretty awesome.
I mean, they should say...
What was he
going
to try and steal in an escape room place?
I have no idea. Maybe he was just trying to break in to see if I can make my way out. I'm not going to pay the $5 to get in.
That's hilarious.
You just break in and break back out. Why wouldn't he have come back out the same way that he went in, I wonder? Not exactly
Maybe the door locked behind him and he couldn't.
Oh, yeah, that could be. The man who holds the world record for the longest fingernails had them sawed off recently. And when I say sawed off, he didn't clip his nails. I mean, they had a little...
Gross.
Like a Dremel tool. I watched the video, and I kind of wish I wouldn't have.
That's disgusting.
His nails, by the way, have been growing that way for 66 years.
Gross.
So it's time. The nails will be on display at Ripley's Believe It or Not in New York City. So for those of you who want to see some really
absolutely
long,
disgusting.
Fangly, disgusting, not so good-looking nails. They're all curly and squirrely. And, I don't know. It just doesn't look good. Anyway, he looked delighted to have use of his hand.
I'm sure he did.
After 66 years. Now I can finally scratch my nose.
Is there any money involved with the
There has to
records?
be.
I mean,
don't
otherwise,
know.
why would you want to live like that?
Just, to be notable. We're talking about him, so, he's got that. Didn't
But
say
not
his
in a
name.
good way.
Never said his name because it's not in the story.
Gross.
He's just the fingernail dude. A man in China, was taken to the emergency room after he ate 20 deep-fried cicadas and then went into a near-fatal shock. They found out that he was allergic to insects.
Ew.
Well, that's a terrible way to find out. 20 deep-fried insects later.
Gross.
You'd think he would have noticed after the first one. It's like, I'm getting kind of an itch in my throat and swelling a bit. Give me 19 more. Survey by the Energy Information Administration, the EID, they revealed the United States will become the world's largest producer of oil next year.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
So get some oil money coming. And probably not to me because I don't have an oil well or anything, really. So we're going to be the world's largest producer of oil. And I wonder if that is like of all kinds of oil?
I don't know.
So I'm not going to read into that anymore. I'm going to I have a link in the show notes. If you want to read all about it, you can. A study by the University of Spain found that eating nuts regularly will increase your strength. That's good news. We like nuts, like almonds and cashews. You don't like the way I say that.
Yeah.
How do you say it again?
Cashews.
How do I say it?
Cashews.
Cashews. I don't really see the difference. You say it once and then I'm going to say it.
Cashews.
Cashews. Do I say it wrong? I don't understand why that's funny. Anyway, a study from Spain says eating nuts on a regular basis will increase your strength. And then one last story here. A Michael Jackson impersonator and a Drake impersonator got in a fight in Las Vegas. And the Michael Jackson impersonator beat the snot out of the Drake impersonator. I kind of wonder if in real life, if Michael Jackson were still alive, if he could take Drake or if Drake would take Michael Jackson. The impersonator, Michael Jackson, beat Drake. I wonder whose parents are more proud of their child. So what's Timmy doing these days? Well, he's impersonating Drake in Vegas, and he just got beat up by a guy who impersonates Michael Jackson. Nothing against that. I remember we went to Legends in concert, and we left. People were getting signatures, like autograph, paying like $10. And I said, they're going to wake up tomorrow sober, and they're going to go, why did I pay $10 for a signed photograph of Mike Smith? Or
right, exactly.
Some guy that looks like and sounds like Elton John or whoever. It's what you call a impulse purchase.
Yes, it is.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Do you have ideas for t-shirt designs, but you don't have a clue how to print them? Or maybe you'd like to have t-shirts and coffee mugs available to buy online with your business logo printed on them. There's a website that makes it easy. We set ours up in about 10 minutes. There's no sign-up fee, no minimum orders, no monthly fees. It's just a really easy way to put some cool items online for sale, and you get paid every time somebody buys them. You don't have to print or ship anything. Just sign up, upload your designs, and then let people know where they can get your cool stuff. More details available at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We got a special guest joining us. We have Mo-Vazquez, and she's with a company called PipSticks. Now, what in the world is PipSticks, Mo?
Well, PipSticks is a subscription sticker club for kids and adults, for adult crafters and kids. So anybody that needs a little dose of fun and excitement in their life can look forward to a pack of stickers delivered in their mailbox with a good old-fashioned stamp once a month. We've got subscribers in over 50 countries, and we're leading a sticker revolution, one person at a time.
That is really cool. Now, what made you come up with the idea of doing this? I think it's a neat idea.
Yeah, well, thanks. Well, I was very sleep deprived at the time. I've got 4 small kids. And when I had 3 of them, I was looking for an opportunity. I'm a graphic designer, and I was looking for an opportunity to kind of get small pleasures out of life. And so I had never really forgotten the feeling that I used to feel when I would look at my sticker collection. So I'm a child of the 80s and 90s. And I collected stickers, and I was obsessive about my sticker collection. And the more friends that I talked to and more people in our generation that I talked to, I realized this was kind of a shared experience and that everybody's eyes really lit up when we talked about sticker collecting. And it was universal. It was men and women, and it didn't matter what part of the country you were from. Everybody really had this memory of sticker collecting that was just magical. So I was looking to bring that back. And so I started PipSticks, with a kids club and an adult club, so that, for $9.95 a month, people could just get a magical, sparkly envelope in the mail that has all sorts of beautiful stickers that they wouldn't be able to get easily on their own, and that, they could just treat themselves with. And get that butterflies in your stomach feeling that we all remember from childhood.
That's really cool. Nowadays, with people using tablets and phones and computers, everything is so digital. I think it's neat to have something like this that's more of an offline event and more of an offline activity to not just do on your own, but also to do with your kids, because they didn't get a chance to do that growing up like we did.
No, well, and it's really funny because, our generation has kind of, we started there and then we went digital, and a lot of us are really realizing, all the great things that you get out of using kind of more tactile products and going analog. But it is interesting because our kids obviously have never even had that experience before. So exposing them to that for the first time is really fun. And, we actually have lots of subscribers where either mom or dad subscribes for themselves and then their kid subscribes and they swap stickers between them when they arrive. So that just makes my heart happy to know that that's happening. Because that really, that's what the Sticker Club is all about.
Now, let's talk a little bit about your background. You said that you are a graphic designer. Have you owned other small businesses, or is this kind of your first time branching out and doing something like this?
No, this is my first time. I was a graphic designer, and I worked as a corporate brand manager at a big law firm, and then I left work when I had my first son, Atticus, and I had the intention of staying home with him, which I really, enjoyed, and it's the hardest job in the world for sure, but I loved it. And then I had a daughter, and then I had a son in very quick succession, and I just missed, the creative outlet that I used to get from design. And so I had the idea for PipSticks, and I looked at starting it, and I had the intention of kind of scaling it slowly so that once the kids were in school, I could do it full time. Well, it turned out I'm not the only sticker lover out there. So what I had envisioned to be small business growing slowly over the period of 5 or 6 years turned into a very full-time business that my husband left his job for to join me for in a matter of a couple of years. So we're now a family-owned business, very much full-time, and sending thousands of stickers to thousands of subscribers every month.
That is really cool. Now, I see it's interesting. You have a brick and mortar store in California, but this PipSticks, a lot of this is done online. So it's kind of an interesting marriage between a brick and mortar store that maybe you went to as a child to get stickers, or people anywhere in the world can get them without ever stepping foot in that store. That's kind of a cool combination.
Yeah, well, I have to say, as much as I appreciate things, paper things over digital things, I will say, the fact that we can reach so many people and, really nurture a community of people in so many countries across such incredible media is just amazing. And so our ability to do that is great. And then, as you said, I think I could not get out of my mind the idea of those walls and walls of stickers on the roll that every gift shop used to have when we were growing up. They don't exist anymore. And so, again, talking to all of my friends and people that I talked to or came in contact with through our PipSticks Sticker Club, people used to talk about that with such nostalgia and fondness. So that's what I wanted to recreate. So, in front of our operations here in San Luis Obispo, California, we've got I would say the biggest collection of stickers in the United States. So, again, stickers from all over the world, from Japan and Korea, where they're doing really beautiful, cool stuff right now. And it really is a sticker paradise.
Wow, I think this is really cool, and I see it started in 2014. I've got to ask, PipSticks, where did the name PipSticks come from?
Well, I think I need to make up a better story because honestly, it was the only domain I could find that was available. I think probably 2 months into to the business process, we were racking our brains, and I was asking everyone I knew, for ideas, and everything was taken online. And at the time, I was a mom, and I had a baby who was up in the middle of the night, constantly. And so it was a stroke of sleep-deprived genius at about 3 a.m. And I remember, feeding the baby with one arm and looking up, on GoDaddy.com whether PipSticks was taken, and it wasn't. So now I can't imagine it being any other name.
It's a fun name. It really is, and it's fun to say. So I think you got the right one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. You just got to watch autocorrect because it'll turn it to lipsticks really quickly on your computer.
Oh, I bet it would. See, I never even thought of that. Well, again, our guest today, Mo Vasquez, and she is the head honcho at PipSticks. And I think it's a cool idea, and I think that you're just a fun person to talk to. I wish you a bunch of great success, and I hope that it goes really well, and it sounds like it has been already.
Hey, thanks so much for that. It's been great talking to you.
Again, pipsticks.com is her website, and I'm going to throw a link in our show notes to make it easy to find, and that's at johnandheidishow.com. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner, you should consider using radio. Radio is a powerful tool. Over 90% of us listen to the radio each week. Imagine if this ad was talking about your business, helping you hit your goals. We can help. We can also create a fun jingle too, to get people singing your song. When you put words to music, they're 9 times more memorable, and that makes radio work even better. Learn more at RadioReallyWorks.com. Radio jingles to help you get better results with the money you're already spending. RadioReallyWorks.com.
John and Heidi.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The Battle of the Trafalgar, I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's a famous battle between the British Royal Navy and the combined fleets of the French Navy and the Spanish Navy. Well, it took place on the 21st of October, 1805. What a fascinating fun fact.
Okay.
That was a lot to get to. There's a whole lot there with not anything there. And one other fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
I'm going to skip this other battle one because we just discovered that's not so fun. William Shakespeare, our buddy, to be or not to be. Oh, good old Bill Shakespeare was born on April the 23rd, 1564.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a long time ago, and we're still reading his stuff today. So there you go. I think I'm following him on Twitter, but I got a feeling it's not the real Bill Shakespeare.
Probably not.
Yeah, I wonder if there's anybody with the last name Shakespeare these days, like that's related to William Shakespeare. You think?
I've never met a Shakespeare.
I've never either. So, and wasn't that a nom de plume, like a pen name?
I have no idea. I am not a Shakespeare expert, so
I thought that was your subject.
My major in college.
What do you guys go for? Shakespeare studies. What kind of gig can I get? Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the grandiloquent word of the day. Today's word is sweven. Sweven. I've never heard this before. S-W-E-V-E-N. So it's almost like seven, but a W jammed in there. Sweven. You know what that means?
No.
Have you ever heard that word?
No.
Nor have I. It is a noun. It is a dream or a vision used in a sentence. And to this God that I of a reed pray that he wool me speed, my sweven for tell all right. I'm not going to just stop. It's from a book called The House of Fame. That was their sentence that they used. Looks like a lot of spelling errors in that, but probably not. It's just different words. That he wool, W-O-L is a word.
I have no idea.
Y-F is another word that's in this sentence. You can read all about it if you like. It's in our show notes, and I've got a link
Just
right to it.
don't all go at once. Don't want
yeah.
to crash our site.
The show notes page crashed this weekend. Everybody was rushing to read about sweven. This has been today's grandiloquent word.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Coming up, we've got all kinds of fun stuff, but first, the weird news for today. A Seymour woman says she found something a little fishy in her mailbox Saturday. It was last Saturday. A severed fish head.
Oh.
And a can of chewing tobacco. Miranda Stanifer said there were no surprises when she checked her mail Friday, so it must have happened overnight. Whoever put these in my mailbox is seriously disturbed, she said. She wrote on Facebook, I don't find it funny. Mailboxes sit side by side on her 8 acres of land. The neighbors' mailboxes were all clear of Copenhagen chewing tobacco and fish heads, but she had some. She doesn't believe any of them would have done it. She doesn't think it was a neighbor. They're still searching for the culprit. She filed a police report and is planning to install cameras to deter fish head bandits in the future. Here's the thing that's weird. It's not the first time somebody in East Tennessee has found a fish head in their mailbox. It happened in Knoxville, February 7th. There was a tilapia that was cut up, and the body had been, the head had been cut off. So the pranks could, believe it or not, be a federal offense by putting it in a mailbox. The Postal Service said it is a federal law to vandalize mailboxes or destroy any mail inside, and the neighbors should report any problems to their local postmaster immediately. So there you go. Kind of crazy. I don't know who would do that, but it wasn't me. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, your moment of duh this weekend. Police say a West Virginia man is accused of faking his own kidnapping in order to get money from his family. He didn't think this out very well, Heidi. Says here, 24-year-old Preston Smith, deputies say he sent a text message and called his brother indicating he was being held at gunpoint.
Wow.
And that a kidnapper was demanding $2,000 in order to release him. His brother called the sheriff's department. They sent deputies to the convenience store where Smith worked, and he was the only one there. He was charged with conspiracy, being held on a $10,000 bond.
Wow.
So he was trying to get some money from his brother. He was like, hey, they're going to kill me if you don't do this. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll do what I can. So what would you do? Of course you're going to call the police.
Of course you're going to call the cops.
What are you supposed to do?
Oh, my gosh.
What was his plan if his brother would have come down with the money? It's like, yeah, they just left, but if you don't give it to me now, they're going to come back.
I'm sure he would have said, drop it somewhere. This is where it needs to go. He wouldn't have said, come and see me, I'm at work.
Yeah,
but you don't make a call like that when you're sitting at work either.
No. I hope he loses his job over that because he was clearly not working. Coming up, we got more fun stuff. Thanks for listening. This has been your moment of duh.
John and Heidi.
This time of year, there are many parties, weddings, cookouts, and other events that often include alcohol. If you're drinking, be sure to have a designated driver. If you or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, there is help. The Addiction Hope and Helpline wants to help. If you feel like it's time to finally get the help you need, there's a toll-free number you can call, 1-800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380, 1-800-438-0380.
John and Heidi.
Time now for, you ready for it? Fake news or Florida.
I am ready.
We've got some good ones here, Heidi. So you got to tell me if this is fake news, something that we made up, or if it is real news and it really happened in the great state of Florida. You ready?
I am ready.
Okay, let me see. Where do I want to start? How about right here? Fake news or Florida? A father and son were arrested for assault after attacking a mascot at a minor league baseball game. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
Dang it. It is fake news. I thought for sure you'd fall for that one. Because I would have fell for that. That sounds like something that could have happened. How about this one? Fake news or Florida? A Florida Taco Bell had to be evacuated after a customer used the restroom and the stench lingered for 3 hours. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
How did you know that? I thought for sure you'd fall for these things. Heidi is wising up on us, people. We're going to have to step up our game. I don't have any more. I'm not going to waste them all because you're on a roll today. See if I can catch you off guard some other time. This has been Fake News or Florida.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is pretty darn good news, and it is such a cool story. I just got to say, first of all, good news comes your way courtesy of Odiva. It's a monthly subscription service just for the ladies. All the details at radiosavings.com. Now, there's a gentleman by the name of Rodney, and he has a lawn care service, but the lawn care is just part of it. He's really caring for people, and he's caring for veterans, and he's caring for children. He's helping people, and he's building a generation, hopefully building up a generation, because he's running a lawn care service. He mows people who need help, elderly, disabled, single mothers, veterans, and does not charge them. And then he finds children who want to learn how to do this, and he brings them on board and teaches them. And he has this thing called a 50-yard challenge. And he's challenging them to go and mow 50 yards. Do this for people. Go out and make a difference. I think it is such a cool idea. And I'm reading the story here. I've got a link to the video. There's a video, so I'm actually playing it. That's why I'm kind of stumbling through. I'm playing the video, and I'm trying to tell you what he's saying. I'm reading the little words on the screen.
What a neat man.
It is such a cool story, and he just talks about how this kind of happened. He was driving along one day, and there was an elderly gentleman out mowing his lawn, and he could tell that he was struggling, and he stopped and said, "Would you mind if I finish this for you?" And the guy's like, "Well, I can't afford to pay it." And he's like, "That's okay. I just want to do it. I want to help." And he's a veteran himself, so he focuses quite a bit of his attention on helping veterans and other people that are in need. But it's just such a cool story. When I was watching the video earlier, I was getting choked up about it because it's just a great guy doing a great thing for a whole lot of people.
He looks like such a nice man.
He's not asking for anything. He's like, if you want to make a donation to help pay for gas, and then he'll help these kids get lawnmowers and stuff. So, but he's making a difference in the community, and he's asking others to help make a difference too. And there are all these young kids that are out there doing this 50-yard challenge. Here's something that I would love to see happen. I'm going to actually reach out to Rodney and suggest this. And I'm going to reach out to somebody else that I know to see if there's a way that we could help make this happen. How cool would it be if they could tie in with this 50-yard challenge, tie into some people with the NFL? They could certainly use some positive publicity right now and do a thing where if you do the 50-yard challenge, you'll get tickets to go sit on the 50-yard line somewhere and watch a game.
Oh, that'd be cool.
How cool would that be? So I just think it's a really neat... That's not part of it now, but I'm going to reach out to see if there's a way they can make that happen because I think that would be awesome. I've got a link to the story in our show notes page at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.